Mitti ka. Eat dust, you guys. This is for all you fellows who let down the Haathi. How could you do it? If there is any animal in this world which loves you so dearly, it is the elephant. And these guys had the gall to mock at it while you watched helplessly like little boys in a kindergarten? How could you do it? Life is all about riding tall, riding straight, riding broad. Tell me one person in this world or one product in this world which is flawless. Everything has a flaw and we need to iron them out. We have here with us the Thunderbird 500X from Royal Enfield. We're going to ride it and see what it has to offer. This is the Motown India show and my name is Roy P. Tharian. Royal Enfield has always had a fan following among people made of a sterner stuff. Petite boys avoided buying it because it required you to be tough in all sense to own and ride one. Over the years, though Royal Enfield has improved its bikes in terms of technology, a lot of issues still need to be ironed out. The Thunderbird 500X is similar to the Thunderbird 500, but a few design changes here and there have made the bike a lot more exciting. Take for example the all black color all over the bike, barring the fuel tank. We had at our disposal a blue colored bike, which meant that the tank was blue in color and the wheel had a thin blue stripe around the tire. The black and blue combination looked pleasing to the eye. The Thunderbird 500X comes with a smart tank badge, alloy wheels and tubeless tires. There is one single piece seat that comes with new grab rails, but there is no backrest. Besides, the seat is a bit of a squeeze when it comes to accommodating a pillion rider. The handlebars have a sporty stance to it, which in essence means that long rides on this bike could tire you like crazy, taking a toll on your back. It's definitely a city bike. The chopped mudguard gives the bike a bobber-like appeal. The twin pod instrument cluster is a big letdown. The analog speedometer and the tachometer look dated. One of the pods houses a digital screen which gives you information like your trip reading, odometer reading, fuel levels, etc. Once you start the bike, it trembles like your great-grandmother's hands. When you are on the move, you realize the vibration from the bike can be a little disconcerting. The designers and engineers at Royal Enfield need to work on the dials and make sure they are more readable than just being a showpiece. They can, for instance, keep the face of the dial limited in terms of few relevant digits and also make them more bold so as to make it more readable when one is riding. The motorcycle has projector headlamps with a smoked finish that look good. Both the wheels come with discs, but sadly there is no option for an ABS. Now that is absolutely sacrilegious in the two-wheeler world of ours, at least in these modern times. The front brakes comprise of 280 mm ventilated disc with double piston caliper, while the rear there is a 240 mm ventilated disc with a single piston caliper. The Thunderbird 500X is powered by a single cylinder 4-stroke air-cooled 499cc engine which produces around 27.2 horsepower at around 5250 rpm and a peak torque of 41.3 Newton meters at 4000 rpm. The engine is mated to a 5-speed transmission. Thankfully, you have electronic fuel injection. The front suspension comprises 41 mm forks with 130 mm travel, while the rear suspension is made up of twin gas charged shock absorbers with a 5-step adjustable preload which have a 80 mm travel. The motorcycle has a ground clearance of 135 mm. When you start the motorcycle, the thumping sound from the good old Enfield bike is missing. Here the sound is a lot flatter. And once you are on the road, you are pleasantly surprised by its agile nature. It has a decent acceleration and most important, it takes the rough with a lot of ease. The Thunderbird 500X has an imposing presence on the roads. But what the company needs to do now is to iron out several of its issues on the technical front. At the end of the day, it's not a bad bike at all, and neither is it old-fashioned. The design of an Enfield bike just cannot get dated. It's iconic in nature and riders would continue to love it despite a few of its niggling issues. Every bike is made for a purpose. Some excel on the tracks, some in the jungles, while an Enfield is meant for the men among us. I hope you have liked this episode of the Motown India show. If yes, do not forget to like and share. And most important, if you're not subscribed to the Motown India channel, do so now. Till the next time, ciao. And most important, always wear your helmet when you're riding, even if you're riding pillion. And not to forget, be proud of the Haathi.